to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and to the whole prophets and messengers of Allah. We are sending our blessings and our salutations to his companions and to his household sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we spoke yesterday about the concept and the word of wali or waliyullah. So and alhamdulillah, yesterday we got some of the definitions about who is wali. So can you remember this? Can you remember what we said about wali yesterday? How can I achieve that level? How can I fulfill that level to be wali? Do you know?
First he has to be iman and second taqwa.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, mashallah. So it means that we have 24 hours since the last lecture and he still remembered, alhamdulillah. So, jazakallahu khair. So we said that one of the misconceptions about the word wali in Islam or waliyullah, people think that the wali has to have miracles or something extraordinary or something unusual in his life to be wali. We said no, it is not conditioned. And one of what we have are like customs and habits in our traditions, even back home. We can see people, they think the wali has to have a grave inside the masjid. And they think the wali is the one who has miracles. And as I told you before, miracles cannot be for anybody except the prophets and messengers. So can you give me some of examples about the miracles of the prophets and the messengers? Number one, we have Sayyiduna Musa. He has his stick, his staff. Then we have Sayyiduna Isa, Jesus. He used to give cure and healing to the deaf and to the blind. He used to resurrect people again, died already. Subhanallah. And he has a lot of miracles. Sayyiduna Musa was dark skinned. So he entered his hand into his pocket and it turned white without any disease or sickness. Subhanallah. So we have a lot of examples about the miracles. We have the miracles of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and one of the greatest miracles ever in the history, the Quran. The Quran, it is the final miracle came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we have bunch of and plenty of the miracles for the prophets and the messenger. But the waliyullah, the one who is so close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and as I told you yesterday, how many levels now we have? 4. Muslim, then
Iman,
Mu'min, and Muhsin, then Wali. Wali is the highest one. That is why Allah said, أَلَا إِنَّ أَوْلِيَاءَ اللَّهِ لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. There is no fear, there is no sorry, there is no sadness for whom? For the awliya of Allah. For those people who are pious, the close worshippers, the devoted worshippers to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is no fear about them, there is no sorry for them. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَكَانُوا يَتَّقُونَ. To have iman and to have taqwa. This is the wali. And one of the misconceptions that people comes to the wali ask for barakah. You know that way? Come and wipe over his body. Please, wali, please, mufti, give us barakah. This is not the way of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They go to the graves outside the masjid and inside the masjid in some cases. So they wipe and they make tawaf and they give something like gifts. And they think that the charity in the box of this masjid, it is better than any masjid. And who told you that? Who told you that? And he goes, subhanAllah, to ask for the intercession from the wali, or the one who is thinking that he is wali, inside the masjid. And this is something, it is far away from the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as I told you yesterday, he said to his daughter, اعملي يا فاطمة فإني لا أغني عنك من الله شيئا. Oh Fatima, do your best, worship Allah. I cannot give you any benefit on behalf or in front or before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the way, this is the method. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, before he dies, like 25 days before he dies, he went to the houses of his relatives. اعمل يا آل علي، اعملوا يا آل عقيل، اعملوا يا آل عبد المطلب فإني لا أغني عنكم من الله شيئا. All of you, he named them. He named them. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Al Ali, Al Aqil, Al Abd al-Muttalib, all his relatives, and said, do your best. I cannot do anything for you. Subhanallah. Even his uncle, Abu Talib, he said, my uncle, just one word, one sentence I need to say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, and I can give you intercession by the day of judgment. He didn't say it. He didn't say it. So what we have, that the wali, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can give him something, but we cannot call it miracle. Because the word miracle, we cannot give it to anybody except the prophets and messengers. So if your son had the greatest level in education, don't tell, wow, it is a miracle. No. According to Islam, no more miracles after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So what we have something, we call it in Arabic karama. Karama. What is the meaning of karama? Special offer, special gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For example, someone used to make dua to Allah, and Allah answered his dua immediately, frequently. Subhanallah. So what we call it? Karama. Karama. So the karama, Allah can give it to the wali. Can give it to the wali. So I need you to differentiate between the two words. The miracle, which is mu'jiza, and the karama itself. The special gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, and we have a lot of examples about the special gifts, even in the Quran and also in the Sahih of the Hadith. Sayyidatuna Maryam, Mary. You remember what I said by the Khatira of Fajr, like 1 week ago, that Zakaria used to enter her room and finds food and the fruits around her. Whenever he comes, he finds something. He finds food. And he started to ask Mary, how can you get all of this food every time whenever I come to you? She said what?
From Allah.
Yeah, it's from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is from Allah. So what we call it?
Karama.
Or miracle? No miracle. So we call it karama. Karama. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a lot of things with the people of Al-Kahf, they slept. The people of the cave. How many years they slept? 309 years. Then they woke up. Subhanallah. We call it miracle or karama? Karama. Why? They are not prophets. They are not messengers. And also it happened with the Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim. And this is one of the issues that happened with the time at the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You know Sayyiduna Sa'd. Subhanallah. Wallahi, I wish if we have Sayyiduna Sa'd in our time. Sayyiduna Sa'd كان مستجاب الدعوة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him the special gift. What is the special gift? Allah used to answer all his du'as. Whatever he asks, Allah gives him. Any dua. Can you imagine this? Any dua. How many dua that you made in your life? Subhanallah, like million. How many of them Allah answered? Maybe few, maybe 2, 3, 4. Sayyiduna Sa'd, whatever du'as he made, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answered. But one day, someone oppressed him. Someone said bad words about him. About Sayyiduna Sa'd. He was a ruler in Al-Kufa. And subhanallah, when he comes to visit Al-Medina, a man from his city came to offer a complaint to Sayyiduna Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu against Sayyiduna Sa'd. But that one was telling lies. He said, إِنَّ سَعْدًا لَا يَقْسِمُ بِالسَّوِيَّةِ وَلَا يَعْدِلُ فِي الْقَضِيَّةِ وَلَا يَخْرُجُ بِالسَّرِيَّةِ. 3 cases, 3 issues he is saying against Sayyiduna Sa'd. Number 1, he is not just. As a ruler, as a judge, he is not just. And when he gives something, distributing something to the people, he is not fair. So this is number 2. Number 3, he is so lazy to take the army for the jihad, to the battles. So 3 things. Sayyidina Umar ibn Khattab knew Sa'd very well. And he knew who is Sa'd. He is wali. So sometimes you can find people oppressing the wali. And this is one of the signs. Why? Because people used to oppress the messengers, the prophets. So what about wali? Of course, they may accuse him. They may say something bad. Sayyiduna Sa'd, Sayyiduna Umar ibn Khattab called him to the court. Then he brought the other man. And he started to make investigation. He started to ask both of them. And finally, Sayyiduna Sa'd said, Allahumma in kana haqqan annahu kadhib. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, if he's telling lies, I will say 3 da'was against him. He said 3 cases, and he said 3 da'was. He said, Allahumma atil umrah, wa atil faqrah, wa arridhu lil fitan. Number 1, oh Allah, let him live long life. Can you think about this? Da'wah against him. Oh Allah, give him the long time in his life. This is number 1. Number 2, wa'atil faqra. Oh Allah, make him so poor. Number 3, a'arridhu lil fitan. Give him one of the fitan in your life, one of the trials in his life. Subhanallah. It seems that it is good ones. It is not so hard. But let's see what happened. That man, the one who oppressed Sa'd, Allah answered the 3 du'as, all of them. Number 1, he lived over 120. and he was wishing to die. Subhanallah. Nowadays you have something, you call it the merciful killing or the merciful death in Australia or something. People get bored of the life. Now I don't have anything to do. I need to die. So that man was looking for the merciful killing, but nobody can give it to him. Nobody. It is the da'wah of Sa'd. Number 2. Oh Allah, make him so poor. He didn't find anything in his life even to eat. He didn't find anything to buy or sell. He used to beg people in the market, asking them for money. Number 3, and this is the worst. What you remember what is the number 3? Oh Allah, عرضه للفتن. Give him some of your trials. Give him tests. So Allah give him the laster, 120 years, and still he has the laster for the women. And he started to go inside the markets to provoke women, to touch women, to harass women. And people used to gather over him to beat him up inside the market. And after beating him up, he used to cry and say, don't blame me, but I am the one who is hurted by the da'wah of Sa'd. This is the result of the da'wah of Sa'd. So what we call it? Karama. Karama. Subhanallah. So Sa'd ibn Abi Waqqas said the dua, and Allah answered. 3 cases he accused him, and the 3 du'as Allah answered. How many times you find people, they are oppressing you, they do something wrong for you, and they may accuse you. Sometimes, subhanallah, wallahi, it happened. It happened with Sayyida Aisha, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ. They accused her that she made something bad, and she doesn't have cameras, she cannot record, she cannot film or have movie, she doesn't have any proof, any evidence. She said, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Oh Allah, wallahi, this is the word. If you said it in your life, if someone oppressed you, I need you to say, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakeel. Wa ufawwidu amri ila Allah. I turned my case to Allah to take care of it. Subhanallah. And let me tell you something. If you have a big case in the court, so you are looking for a good, clever lawyer, and maybe you go to Morgan, you know, yeah, just never sleeps. So you may go to Morgan, and when you meet the guy himself, the main guy in the office, you come and take rest. Now I can sleep. Morgan taking care of my case. Subhanallah. So what about if you have case and you said, oh Allah, take care of my case. You have to sleep. You have to feel calm. Allah now is taking your case. The Creator, subhanahu wa ta'ala,